I think this week's going to be pretty pretty volatile, and I think it could start off with a bang. Let's give everybody. I've got a couple more people hopping in here. Alex, Jeff, Pedro. Nice. Okay, so and yeah, Pete, the way the layout for these, like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, is typically more of a coaching call. See where everybody's at on their progress with their challenge, where the obviously talk about the markets too, or just depends. Usually have a topic, but on Sundays, as you go through the training, you'll see a part of the accelerator is making a watch list and a hit list. So like, coming, being prepared for the market and like knowing what you're going to trade before it even happens is seriously, man, half the battle. So for these, I'll break down for my own analysis on what I'm looking at for the week. A lot of them I've already shared in the elite group, but then turn it over to you all, whoever's ready or whoever wants to share. And so that's typically how it the format goes. So I'll share these in the group too. The chart markups. Some of the big ones I'm looking at is this is AJ. I shared this last on Friday, I think, and I like this for a few reasons. Because also NZDJPY, I see us at a big area as well, like a huge area of resistance. You can kind of see across the board with the JPY pairs is like kind of inverted head and shoulder pattern playing out in a bunch of different ways. From IT frame of mind, we're at this gap here. We're at the 78.6, 86.3. So these are big Fibonacci levels that I like to watch typically. And if we zoom out here, let's see here. If we zoom out too, just for, the sake of seeing what everybody else is looking at, we have this, big trend line. Let's see, here we go. Coming across here, I believe this is more of a false breakout than anything. So we had a move breaking liquidity and then a huge push to the downside. And so now we're testing this zone. So I think this is going to be like whether or not we start to see some big rallies. Hey, what's up, traders? Hope you like this video. Doing a $100 giveaway for everybody that likes, comments, and is subscribed to our channel. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll be entered in the drawing. Enjoy the video. Electoral college, and really to get some sort of, nobody still knows what the hell's going on at this point. You know what I mean? So everybody's still just like buying that on the assumption that either way, there's going to be a huge stimulus package coming through, which is the truth. That's pretty much the thing that's holding the market up now. So, but here we are on NZDJPY. So obviously, I was the NZD pairs. I was trying to get after those last week and just got run over for sure. But I think potentially across the board, we'll see what happens. But this could be the weeks for them coming down. So like we have the good old-fashioned divergence on the daily RSI here. We can go across, and you can see these IT candles taken out here, in the same level of resistance, which also was like an area where the market had gapped previously. So this is a big, big area in the market, right? So of course, if we break out above there, then next stop, it's going for another, I would say probably around somewhere here, or maybe just here, but it's going to have some room to run. So this is a big make or break point, but the fact that we're so overbought across the board, and Pete and Daryl, one way I like to trade is to find one thing that's like an opportune setup. So then there's NZD, right? So what I like to do is, what else is going on with New Zealand dollar? Obviously I already know where most of them are at. It's because I got stopped out on this one Friday. But so, you know, this starting to look potentially heavy, right? So showing weakness on NU. I mean, the thing is with the dollar, I'm still kind of up in the air about what's going to happen with the dollar, because is it going to just continue to sell off and slump and go into some serious weakness, or will we get something like a bounce this week? So here we have imbalance and then a move lower, which hadn't been, well, that's a bad circle, which hasn't been just now getting closed. So we're at this level of resistance here. And then another pair for New Zealand that I've been watching is NZD CAD, right? Daniel knows all about this too. And just looking super heavy here. So NZDJPY hasn't quite fallen off yet, and potentially where the market, depending on where the market opens. But when these do turn around, which inevitably they will, I think it's going to be a pretty big drop. So just something to look for, but that all depends too. If rally keeps on risk keeps on rallying in terms of the S&P 500 and Aussie dollar, or if we start to get some more risk off sentiment in the market. EURUSD, I'll let Raul go over this a little bit more, but you called this last Saturday, man, and it did, and you said I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up to retest this IT candle to close this out, which is right where we're at, man. So great call. I'll let you go over that setup here in a minute. Dollar Swiss, right? So this all gets back to, well, what's going to happen with the dollar this week? Is it finally going to firm up a bit? I'm really surprised that the dollar on Friday, I guess it's Friday, that big sell-off in gold happened, but we still didn't see any dollar strength come in. So right here, you can see, if I move the screen or up there, we're at this 127% extension from this low to the high here. Now we're down at this fib level. So it seems to be holding. Of course, if this gives way, you know, it's we're down here at the bottom. So, but this could be a potential setup to look to buy dips on going into the rest of the next week. So, you know, I really like that, especially if we're right about Euro USD closing out this area, which would inevitably strengthen dollar Swiss, which could give it some room to really bounce higher. So I know Daryl's looking at Aussie US dollar too, which I think you got a pretty good setup going on there. And let's see, what last but not least, oh, well, for the dollar pairs, dollar Mexican peso, right here at this, just 20 bucks even. You know, these even numbers are a big deal, always something to pay attention to. And if we zoom out, here's this gap that got closed in the market here. We're right at this from this low to the high here, right at this 78.6, 86.3 zone that we're trading in. If we look over to the left, here's a sell to buy move, sell and buy. So that all depends if you know the dollar does firm up, man, this could be a really good trade at the very least to retest the top of this structure here, if not to break out higher. Again, definitely depends on what happens with risk, but typically dollar Mexican pesos will signal incoming dollar strength before you see the other things come into the market. So just one last markup I wanted to share with Aussie New Zealand right here at, just like we're at 20 bucks, we're at 1.05 pretty much on AN. Took out this liquidity here. So we took this out, got everybody, and then closed out this imbalance here as well. So if it bounces, this all depends on the amount of New Zealand weakness that would come in the market, right? So is it just going to be a small bounce and then a move lower to close out and retest this area? Or, are we going to really start to rally here? But I think this is a good setup as well. So those are some of my my key markups. I think the yen pairs I'm gonna be watching pretty hard across the board. And I think we got some good setups. And the fact that we're gonna have more volatility coming in the market, I think it could be a big week. So yeah, Raul, you want to share what you got for us, man?
Yeah, for sure.
Turn the screen share on.
Yep.
Be good.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now I'm looking at the ones marked in red. I mean, I always do mainly, but less so AJ and GU. But anyway, UCAD, I had this markup. I didn't actually take this. It was just a markup on how price would bounce. But I think with this, people will be willing to go for longs because of the IT candle and everything. But if you look on the daily here, the previous close was just here, those two candles, right? But last week, price kind of closed below it. It retested it, and now there's a bearish engulfing candle. And with some dollar weakness, I can imagine it, because I had this both marked up as USD buy, right? Like the Dixie here, I had marked up as a buy through an IT candle on the 4 hour. I had an IT there on the 4 hour. So I was looking for USD strength, but Blake called USD weakness, and I should have probably listened. So then USD, I was going to go for longs as well, but luckily I didn't take it because I do think it's going to go down for one leg lower with that USD weakness coming in, and with oil. I haven't really marked up oil in a while, so I don't really want to give my opinion on that right now. But when I mark it up, I will. AUD pairs were looking pretty interesting last week because they were at quite significant levels, and this plummeted through the liquidity level, and through the IT candle that I marked up. Luckily, I had a short in here, but I closed it all off, which was great. If I held that, I would have got absolutely mauled by that AUD strength. EU was the big one, because we have two huge imbalances here on either side of the structure, and one or the other needed to get filled at this level. So I called that there was going to be some USD strength to push it up, and there was, but now there's weakness. So USD weakness. Sorry, yeah, there was USD weakness. Sorry, so that confirmed my my imbalance here. Just waiting for it to tap in, but analyzing this chart today. If you look on the daily, there was actually no imbalances on either of the levels. But if you actually scroll out to back here, there's quite a few imbalances on the daily. And the daily, of course, okay, that's not an imbalance. Don't know why that's there. The daily, of course, is more significant than the lower time frames. So I could even see price. I can even see price pushing past this IT candle. So if I were to take a short, I would be taking a short here, but a very small position. But yeah, I would be quite hesitant on this trade, but it does look good on the 4 hour, definitely. EJ, I don't really have anything marked up as such. I'm just waiting for price to reach this imbalance and that one, and then I'll probably take moves there. It's pretty far off that. AGA, this was my markup last week. It's still at this IT candle, still at this level. Bit of liquidity at this level as well. Whether it pushes through or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the setup I have right now for it. And if it does come into fruition, this setup, then we could even see this long-term target being hit and this imbalance being filled, which is a huge risk to reward. So I would take that small loss for that risk to reward any day. A 1 to 15 is pretty good. Yeah, and a very tight stop loss. Well, 22 pips. So yeah, and GU as well. I'm currently in this position for GU. I had 50% marked up, and obviously price is covering that 50% now, but yeah, it was of this candle here. I was in a bit of drawdown. It retested that 50%, and now it's on its way down. And I'm looking for a reversal either at this point or this point. I'm thinking, you know, if EU follows trend with GU with the shorting at this point, and they both fall hard, then they will fall to this level for GU and then this level for EU. But yeah, and my favorite right now is Ripple. Ripple's been a ride last week. This one's pretty short and sweet. I'm just gonna look for longs at this level here to retest the previous highs. But yeah, that's all I've got for today.
Yeah, I think with the pound too, got to be mindful about Brexit going on for sure.
100%. Yeah. I've gonna be securing these losses on open anyway. Not the losses, sorry. I'm securing the profits and moving my stop loss to even, and then we'll see how that rides out.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. You're killing it.
No worries.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything ready to roll to share?
I don't have nothing prepared, but I was just checking here on the graphics for GBP AUD. I don't have nothing ready because I came now from, I was traveling, but looking at that, and we had on a strong support level, you came from head and shoulders, and probably going to aim for a support of that trend line. If you're going to see the level 1.79900, it's very strong for the pound. So the last time that we were there was in 1st of October. Until that time, we're going to go to that level and rejecting. So if you're going to see, if you're going to look at the 4 hours, you're going to have a head and shoulders pattern, but we didn't test the neckline until now. And the last candle just closed as an indecision candle. And
you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I don't have that one here. I'm just looking on the computer 1 second.
Oh, that's cool.
But I can do that one if you let me. Can I share? Correct. Share screen. What is this? Wait. So if you look at this level here, so this is a very strong level for GBP. And we have head and shoulders here, and this is our neckline. This is an indecision candle. Every time they are coming here on this level here, we are making rejection, and at the same time, when we go, what is this level that I was checking? Yeah, so looking at these levels here, I see always a rejection. Even if we have a break, and following my strategy, we had a break of the structure, correct? This is the previous low of the structure, just looking here and not looking to the left side. We had a break of these structures, so normally we're gonna aim for a 50% retracement of this candle. So I'm gonna say that GBP is gonna rail for a while, and even we have news for the pound. As from what I understood on Wednesday, we have news coming, and that we're going to be positive for the pound. There are some things that are happening, but going to be positive, and even more when you have the euro going up. So I can see that the pound is going to go for a little retrace on this area before breaking this level. This level is very strong. You can see the last time that he was there was, you can see in August 2019, and even that we have always a big rejection from that area. So I don't see the pound going there. Then other one that I had was AUD gas. No, sorry. We were looking for EURUSD in the morning, me and Daniel and some more guys. Yeah, so following the EURUSD here, if you look at this position here, we have an inverted head and shoulders. And here, so looking to the structure, so this is our key level of the market, and so we got a consolidation area, break of the area. So this is our high of the market at the moment. But until now, we are on a little consolidation. But we made our low, and here we created the double bottom. So I see this price going up, and the reason of this, and it's going to the 4 hours. the CCI level is crossing the 100. So this one means that we are going to positive. So you're going to see a little movement. And if you can see, so again, there's a break of the structure on this area, not looking to the left side, just looking here. There's a break of this structure. We retested the structure and we made a double bottom. And this one, this high, now this is a lower high and this is a new lower high. So I'm gonna see this price moving a little up. Even in the morning we were discussing about the monthly candles doing equal highs or equal lows. Looking to the monthly, we're gonna see even not doing these retracement here. So consolidation, break of the structure. We created a high. This is our key level. So the price until now is going down, but I see this price probably going up and rejecting again and closing after 2 days. So going up again and closing down. So that's what I see at the moment, that these EURUSD gonna go a little up, reject, and close on 123.745. And the reason for this one is that so our trend line consolidation, break of the structure, created a high key level of the market. We are going down, so retest, going down to do a new low, and I got so many tools that I forgot this.
Bob the Builder with the charts.
Yeah, so at the moment, what I can see here is that we're gonna go up, a little down, retest this area here, create a new support level. So we're gonna go for a low, and after that one, we need to break this key level, and then I'm gonna say that it's going up. And even you can see here, the CCI is again crossing the 100. So if we cross the 100, means that we're going the positive side at the moment. So basically, was the EURUSD? I had the same, and I had that one for a buy with the key level there. I think there's still what is on the daily time frame exactly the same as Raul. So I think that we still have to clean all of these areas. There's a lot of liquidity here, and this area has to be going up and down. But as a future, I see the price going to 122 to this area here, 122.016. And as you can see, there's no divergence at the moment on EURUSD, so I'm gonna aim for that place. And my last analysis was, so I've been with AUD/JPY. I see a big divergence here happening. There's a little shark, and when we have a little shark on the CCI, normally it's a sign that goes down. So the zero is like a wall. We need to cross the zero, and if you cross the zero, you're gonna see some downside. We are in consolidation, and looking to the strategy here, we have 4 hours. So we have consolidation here. We have the break of the structure, gonna aim for the 50% and going down again. That's what I'm gonna say, that we're gonna go for 76.439. And then it depends. If we break, we're gonna retest, go up. If we break down, we're gonna wait for a retest and moving up. The only pair that I've been checking, what is this? It's on the monthly. We have a big inverted. So this is our left shoulder, our head, and we have this right shoulder here. So if you look to this, when we made the break of this area, we created support. This is a double bottom that is confirmed. This is our key level here. So we created a high, we created a low. I'm gonna aim later going here on the future for 88.696. And if you can see, there's this candle here and this big candle that we need to collect some orders from this place. So I've been watching these ones, and I shared this chart on the beginning of the week because this price keeps going up and up, and it's a clear. Let me turn on this one here. Yeah, from this side we can see this is left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Yeah, so basically is that one as per now.
Nice, nice stuff. I think, man, yeah, EURUSD going to 122. I definitely agree with you on that one too, for sure. I think we're definitely gonna go higher, but after, maybe after a pullback, which is kind of what I was thinking, which would provide a really good long opportunity. And from like just a straight up standard technical analysis point of view, like it looks like we've broken out of this full flag pattern, right? And Blake was talking about this 2 weeks ago that we were creating this. Here's a flagpole consolidation, but maybe we get a breakdown inside of here. But like Raul was saying, these imbalances and open spots in the market seem pretty magnetic for sure, especially with all the potential dollar just crashing now. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? Alex, you got anything pulled up? Daniel?
Does anyone want to go first? You want to go, Alex?
Daniel, you can slay it, my man. All of the NZDs, Clay went ahead and knocked out a lot of NZDs that I was looking at. The only thing which I'm really, aside from those NZD setups, is waiting for a GBP CAD setup on a monthly. So that's one thing that is obviously is taking a couple weeks to set up right now. So Daniel, you have the floor, my man.
Cool. All right, let's see what we got. So first up, I was just looking at EURUSD. My reasoning for it was we had these equal high ranges here, so that after I saw this, I knew it was going to start coming down. Then we had tweezer bottoms here. They were flipping, building liquidity. Then they punched it here, and they've been just driving the price down in this diagonal. They filled a gap over here. They have another gap down here, and there's a gap up here. So I'm trying to figure out if this thing's going to turn, because on the daily it's throwing a morning star pattern, which tells me this probably wants to go up. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense, because you would think they'd want to create equal lows or fill this gap since they're so close. So I'm kind of stumped on this one, but I was just working on it, so I wanted to share that. And then what else was I working on here? Yeah, CAD, USD CAD, I was hoping it would come down a little bit more into this zone here and give us a really good opportunity for a long. But then we have this gobbledygook down here too. So if dollar weakness keeps going, we may see the formation of different equal lows. Who knows? The market's so crazy right now. It's hard to say. And then let's see. Aussie Swiss. I was kind of waiting to see if it was going to get up into this zone here on the daily. I'm not sure what that thing wants to do, honestly. So we'll have to wait and see, but it's definitely looking like it's heavy on the top side and probably about due to come down. And then the other one I was working on was Taco a little bit, because I love this pair. And we have, let me get rid of this because it's kind of pointless now. We've got some imbalance down here, an IT position that's open just below where we're at. However, the daily is showing an engulfing there and some equal lows, almost tweezer bottom. So I think it's probably going to start coming back up, I would hope. And we know that Taco's an early indication of dollar strength, so that would be cool. And then there was one more I was doing too, GJ. I don't know why my chart got erased, but anyways, I'm looking for, we just had equal high zones built, so pull back down to this area here, or we might go further down into here. But if we're going to have good Brexit news, then obviously we're going up. And my first target for take profit is going to be right here, right on that IT there. And we'll see what kind of pullbacks it offers. And then what else? Let's see here.
I would not be surprised if we got a Monday, Tuesday sell-off on any of the GBP pairs for that Wednesday news spike. Kind of
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
kind of like 2 weeks, kind of like 2 weeks ago on that Sunday night when it jumped for 2 days for like 256 pips.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm afraid to touch it, honestly. I want to wait and just let it play its hand, because every time I get impatient, I lose. So,
Especially on GBP for sure.
yeah. I think that's about all I had. And then, yeah, USD CHF, you guys touch base on. USD SEC, it looks like it wants to come down more. So we could be in for a wild ride this week. And yeah, that's about it.
The dollar's gotta get its shit together this week, dude, or it's screwed.
Yeah, I agree. Dang, I don't know why my GA chart got erased. Anyways, I'll get back at it. I don't want to sap too much time, and I'll share them with you guys when I'm done.
Cool, awesome stuff. And yeah, another one, GN, that just crashed through support. But that's another one I really like that Euro NZD setup too, by the way. Yeah, I think that could be pretty good too. I was just looking at it. I'll share it real quick. And if that it is, let's see.
Yeah, I've been watching it for a minute. I just haven't found a good entry opportunity yet.
Right. I mean, it looks like it's if we were going to look at it from term of even just breaking out here.
It's close.
Yeah, 2 pushes on the RSI here, and then it's already kind of peeking its head through and checking it out, see what it's like to the upside. So yeah, I don't know. I think it could make a move higher, and then if we go over to this, where we're at, there's that gap you're talking about. This does seem like a potential target if Euro USD sells off.
Go to like 1.7 even on the daily, and then down to like 1.694. There's a imbalance there, and price has hit it, and it looks like it double mitigated. Now that I see that, I'm willing to bet this thing's about to go up, would be my guess.
Oh, right. It's like right there, huh? Yeah, that looks good. I like it. So it just depends if NZD's going to give up the fight this week. We'll see, for God's sakes.
Isn't it like NZD in the South Pacific countries handling everything with COVID and economically the best right now? So
Yeah.
that's why it's putting so much conflict in. That's what's giving them so much power.
That's why they're getting ready to send a cruise ship full of people out that way so they can crash their dollar here soon too.
Yeah, but the world economy they made a lockdown of 3 months basically. So yeah, that's correct. That's totally correct that they handled that one on the correct way. But comparing on that one, you're gonna go for Europe, and it's one of the worst situations in the world. Even you can say Portugal at the moment is the worst. Is classified as the first place on the worst conditions in terms of evolution of COVID, and the euro is going up and up. So it's crazy.
Well, if you want to go to New Zealand right now, all you have to do is go there, and they put you in a quarantine camp for 14 days.
Yeah, here they put you.
Be going there anytime soon.
Here you're gonna stay at home and go with a watch, and you cannot even go away from any place for 14 days, and otherwise you're gonna have 10,000 of a fine. So it's not good.
Jeez.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's crazy. Good stuff, everyone. I think that was awesome. We have some good setups for sure. It seems like everybody's on the same page. Hope y'all are enjoying the new training and stuff and getting through that when you can. And anybody that wants to join this mindset self-development challenge we're doing, You know, it just Sean's idea. It's going to be epic. It's going to be hard as shit, but everybody in here can do it. It's a 8-week elite challenge, and you know, we're going to just help get each other through it. It's going to be sweet. So, you know, shoot me a message if you want to get in there, and it's just, you know, it's free. It's just for the sake of your time, effort, and just getting your mindset together for the 2021. So yeah, that being said, everybody, it's going to be fun. Let's crush it this week. Thanks for getting on the call. If you missed the chart or didn't get a chance to share, or if you have any questions for me, feel free to shoot me a message in Telegram, and let's have an awesome week, everybody. Cool?
Awesome. Nice one,
Thanks,
guys.
Clay.
Awesome,
Really good.
everyone. See ya.
Take it easy.
Bye.